safety. Our uh, our our accreditation PASCO will come first, and then later the ASCO. Then um, the training that Alfie will be providing this morning will be a sort of best practice, as she is part of the preparation also for the College of Education, being a part of the faculty of the College of Education. And we hope, no, we hope that we can transfer this knowledge to all the departments, because there are many programs applying for accreditation, and murag dili kaya kung sole office ratanan ang mag-manage ato ang files, considering that there are many uniqueness and many distinctions from the different programs. So we hope that you will learn more. Though this training, we delivered this since last year also, about file management, Google Drive, and many of our teachers are actually also using Google Drive. But this time, our emphasis is on the tips and tricks on how to manage file uh, for accreditation purposes. So please, let us participate actively, and it is also expected that for this training, dili tanan magras, but rest assured that the sole office will be here to assist all of our departments, no? And we hope that we can also capacitate others as we learn and go together into this journey of online accreditation. Good morning, and God bless everyone.
Okay, so mayong buntag sa tanan. Thank you, Sir Dave. This is like a one-man show. No, not necessarily, but I am co-hosting Sir Dave. But um, I was accepting accepting participants, while also doing doing also the sharing of the screen, so katong nahunong-hunong, so that's the cause of that one. Now for this morning, no, as mentioned by Sir Dave, it's already mura na po siya accreditation season, so it is timely that we have this kind of training, no? Though many are familiar with file organization, we will be focusing on the things that we could do, especially in the ins and outs, and the things that we could do so that we will have an efficient way of using the Google Drive, especially because the accreditation now is quite unique, because it's for the first time that it will be fully online. So this morning we will learn more on how we could organize our folders, and then also our files in such a way that will achieve ease of use, no? And we will just focus on the organization of folders and then files, and how we will be able to present it with in PDF formats. We will just stop from there. The time we will pass all our required documents to PASCO. Later on, maybe by June or July, we will also be having another session. This is how on you will be dealing with your video conferencing tool that you will be using, especially for the accreditation. So what can we expect for this morning? Okay, so we will just be clear on what technology do we need, no? And then Doc Beulah has also given me the OI flow process, and then we'll also use that one as we go along with our training, so that we will be guided on what we will do in this particular step or in this particular category. More or less, what we need to do or to achieve for the morning is on how to make our folders. I know that there are a lot of folders to be made, and then um, who to share them to, and then we could also try to move folders so that we could have it copied automatically, or at least quickly, and then do file uploads. So we'll do the file uploads, and then also hyperlinks, very important before we convert it to PDF, so that we will when we share this, when we share our drive um, to the accreditors, no, so there will be, all they have to do is just click on the hyperlinks that you have, and then it will bring them to the right files or to the right folders. Okay, so what technology do we need? No, for now, hopefully, no, all 14 programs have already asked MIS of their exclusive accreditation email address. No, I could speak for the College of Education. We already have, and then because we already have that account, it's automatic that we already are subscribed to a cloud-based storage. So everyone, for all other programs, can we have like a thumbs up for those who already have, or have already acquired from MIS their email address exclusively for accreditation? Kindly give your thumbs up if you already have. Wala? Wala dyan ni thumbs up. So the thumbs up is na reaction portion sa ilalom, and then you could just click on thumbs up. Or you could just place in chat, no? Nga, for our college, yes, we already have that account, or that folder, or that Gmail account. Okay? And then if you, as I have mentioned earlier, if you already have that account, you are automatically subscribed to Google Drive, because we are our SU email is actually also connected to Google Drive, or to the Google Suite. So we have
Ma-
our Google Drive. And then
Ma'am Alfie,
most, yes sir.
Ma'am Alfie,
Yes sir.
some departments, can you differentiate what's the difference if we will be using the existing departmental email address, and why we suggested to have a separate email
Okay.
for accreditation?
Okay, why is it we have to have an exclusive account for that one, so that dili siya, we won't be confused with the other, because most of the functioning department emails or accounts, no, are already used with so many files, no, with so many files and with so many um, folders in them. Also, we would want to have a cleaner, no, a cleaner Google Drive to also share, because we will be sharing this folder, no, this folder to our accreditor. So more or less, di taganahan nga na ay mga masalaag, no. So we are also trying to also have a better way of sharing also our files, not necessarily the files or the Google Drive that we are using in our department. Another thing is, if you are worried that you might not have access, no, we could always your account in your department could always be part of the 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 account that can be shared, the and edit that you could also be editors of that particular um, Gmail account. So
Thank you kayo.
no need to worry about that.
Okay. What Ma'am Alfie is trying to explain is this is only our suggestion, but if you will opt to still maintain your email, our concern really is one is on data integrity and protection. Protection in the sense that if we are using our email departmental email address, there might be information that are restricted only for the deans perhaps or for a certain college. But sometimes in the file management, you need to share your account. You need to share the link in terms of the privacy. In other words, there is actually no difference in terms of functionality if you will be using your departmental email address. The only concern that we have is it's more of the protection of our data, it's more of the integrity of our data, and to avoid confusion in the future on how to share na ay na-share nga file nga dili day unta dapat para didto na ay nabalhin nga na-appeal ni and so on and so forth. But if we can assure that everything's gonna fine, yes, you can go on using your departmental email.
Okay. So again, suggestion lang po. Okay? And then in here for our cloud-based storage, that's why we're here also. We have to be trained. No, I know that everyone here is part of the team, maybe committee on what documents to work on, what documents to fulfill. So we have to be also knowledgeable or skilled on how to share, on how to upload our files on the right folder, no, dili dapat masalaag ang mga files. And then also we should commit, or we should agree to have one or two people, no, who are more or less the techie ones in the department, because we especially with the sharing of the whole folder, no, of the whole folder, it shouldn't be shared by everyone who will be part of it. Dapat naatay one or two people who would be in charge as the IT person or the IT personnel. He or she will be in charge of the sharing of the folders, the making of the folders, because not everyone needs to make all the folders. And then later on, that person will be the one to assist us, especially if we are already in the process of doing the hyperlinks and converting our documents to PDF. So we should agree on who will be that person is. So I hope na ana, no? I hope na ana. Okay, so as I have known from the Office of Instruction, though I know this might vary depending on the program, no, there are big eight folders, no, so generic siya. um and then for each folder you have four subfolders. There's the self survey, the observation survey, and then the completed supplementary files, and then the exhibits. And under completed supplementary files and exhibits, we also have two subfolders, which are the pre-pandemic and during pandemic. So good for those programs who already have this big folder, no, so this big folder will be the one, no, the big folder will be placed in your accreditation folder, which will be the accreditation folder is the one that will be shared to everyone concerned, or all the people of the accreditation team. No, we also suggest to have like a working folder first, because we're not yet where it's not yet finalized. Working folder would mean everyone has the capacity to upload, to edit according to your responsibilities within it. And then later on we will be transferring, when everything is final and everything has already been converted to PDF, we will also um, transfer or move the PDF files into the final folder. That final folder will be the one that we will submit to OI, and then OI will submit to PASCO. So there. And then, sige, for the OI flow. Okay. By the way, before we start with the OI flow, how about these 8 folders or big 8 folders has all of the 14 programs already created? This one naka-create na ba ta? You can, okay. Okay, so for the College of Education, it's a confident yes, bitaw. How about for the others? I hope na anata atong accreditation folder. So the accreditation folder is the biggest folder because it will contain all the big 8 folders and the other files in it. So there. Okay. Okay. So Sir Girasol here is asking if is it that it still has the 15 gig free storage. Actually, sir, if it's an SU, yeah, if it's an SU account, no, it has a 1 terabyte storage. So dako siya. Yes. Okay. Okay, so let's proceed to the OI flow process. So for OI, they have also given me their flow in order for me to have an idea on what to train everyone for this morning. So aside from after the IT personnel has already made the folders, no, naana ang folders, and then it's time for them to actually share the folders to everyone in the team. Then the personnel who is assigned, or the point personnel who is assigned for this particular assignment, uploads files to working folders. So meaning, no, you will be given access to the folder that you will be working on, no. So it might be 2 or 3 in the team, no. So you will be working on it, and then after a while, maybe after 5 days or a week. By the way, as I was informed by Dr. Beulah that the deadline for all these is, I think, second week of June. Correct me if I'm wrong, Ma'am Beulah. Second week of June, so that the final folder will be submitted to PASCO on the third week of June. So once everything is already uploaded, no, it's still in it could be a video file. Mostly they are um doc files, no. The editing team, so you should also have an editing team in the group. The editing team accesses the file to check if everything that you have uploaded in there are complete and then free from errors, no. So it's like quality assurance lang, no. And then that editing team also will be the one responsible to inform OI, no, that they could access the file already, or maybe share the whole working folder to OI. So there. And then OI will have we will give time to OI to review on what we have uploaded, and hopefully gamay ra ang mga instructions for updates, and then they could also make comments because they are still word files, no, doc files. They could still make comments in there, and then the editing team could actually see their comments and then review the files in order for them to be able to instruct the point people persons on what to do in order to update what they have submitted. And then the point persons would have to have time to address these concerns. And then for those files, no, for those files that need not be updated, no, okay na siya, we could start converting those files to PDF na. Okay? So that later on we will have a smooth sailing hyperlinking. Okay, so there. And then after that one, we will need the assistance of our IT personnel or IT person in the group. He or she will be the one to start with the PDF and of course the updating, no, assistance lang. And then he or she will be the one to inform the dean or the leaders of the team that it is already we have complied with what OI has asked us to update. And then with this one, no, the deans will check it. If everything is already good, then it's time for us to do the hyperlinking. You know, so hyperlinking here would be the one that's a bit complicated, pero we'll do something or we'll find ways and means to work on it. Hyperlinking here would mean by kuan na taani by level of folders, no, on where to find them. And then if everything is already converted to PDF, we will have to place those final PDF files in the final folder for accreditation. This final folder for accreditation has the same set of folders as that one with the 8 big folders. And then that's the time when we grant access to we grant or give our access or share that final folder to OI for, of course, for submission to PASCO. So, asa taaning dapita karon. So, we will start actually with how we could do or even create the folders. And then we will also touch on how we can do hyperlinks and how we can um, convert our files to PDF. So there's a question here. Because there are already, I think this is also needed in the accreditation, that there should be a virtual office that they could visit when they will be here. They would be with us virtually. So yeah, I know that there are already departments that have um virtual offices. I think chemistry department already has, and then I know that education already has, no. So they actually also made use of that one for them to showcase their exhibits and maybe some of their links, no. So it's also more convenient that you also have that one or a functioning a virtual office for your department. Okay, so we will start without further ado. I will stop sharing this screen and then I will share to you, no, our how we will be able to make or even duplicate our folders. Okay. So I am here in my Google Drive. By the way, I am using a Google Drive that's cleaner, no? So wala kayo daghang files. So I'll just place it here. Okay. So more or less, if the Google Drive is new, wala gyud na siya isulod, no? So nothing. So the first thing to do is click on new. By the way, this one will be done by the IT person or the IT personnel, no? Siya na lang ang mugama sa set of folders. So we click on folder, and then we place the title of the folder, the very big folder. So you have your own titles for the folder. So okay. Okay. And then you double click on the folder to enter the folder. So in here, sa sulod sa folder, we will have to make the 8 big folders, no? So we will start with 01. So what are those 8 folders that we need? Okay. Okay, so we have community involvement, and then faculty, curriculum, and instruction, so on and so forth. Okay. So we suggest that you also place like a number na lang para po na siya later on, no, it will be organized, it will be in order, no? So there. So you will have to do that one. Okay, sorry. So after you're done with all these, it will look like this, no? So you have your 8 big folders in there, okay? And then for each folder, you have to make 4 more folders, diba? Na ato sa instruction that we have to make 4 more folders: self-survey, observation survey, completed supplementary survey, and then exhibits survey. And then in here, so you will just click on this one here, no, and then make your own. So pwede kang magama na pod within. You will be guided on where you are, dili ta masalaag, because we have our path here, no, kanisha. This is our path. We are in the Google Drive in the accreditation folder, and then we are on the first one of the first 8 big folders. So naata din ha. So dili ta masalaag. And then because especially because the 4 folders are parihara siya, the same for the 7 folders except for the pre-recorded videos. We might be asa natang dapita. So we will be guided on our path, no, nga naata sa first folder. Okay. And then make sure also that on the third and the fourth folder, we have the during pandemic and the pre-pandemic folder. So naapod ang duha. Okay, so there. Okay, so this is just the working folder, no, working folder pa ni siya. Now, unfortunately for us, it's not easy to copy the folders now. Before, all you have to do is click on the folder, the big folder, and then big folder, and then naa na siya make a copy. This time wala na. I don't know when it started nga dili na siya pwede. So what we do in order for us to be able to have a copy of that one, okay, we will also make use of that folder for our final folder. We will just download this one. So download lang siya, no? We will just download. Okay. Once it's downloaded, we will just rename it, no? For me, what I did was I renamed it and I just placed it back in there. So I just placed back the folder in there as final folder. Okay. So how? Okay. Like for example, I just click on new and then folder upload. This time, if everything, the folders are already downloaded, folder upload, and then I'll just click on downloads. And then the whole of that particular folder will be uploaded. Or another thing is, pwede po nato siya i-drag and drop, no? So what we do is, I have it here, no? So I have it, I have the big folder, and I'll just click do not release, and I will just drag and drop in the Google Drive. Then it will start uploading, no? So it is already here. So naa na siya dire. So you could actually have two of that one. So for example, this one, okay. So it's already fully uploaded. We could click on we could do right click, rename. So this will be our okay. So there. Okay. Then we will have another upload of the said folder. Okay, this one, and then right click, rename, and it's the final folder. So we already have two folders with the same set of subfolders in there. Okay, now questions before we proceed? Okay, so again, this is just a sample set of folders. I know that we have different sets of folders. For the arts and sciences, it's 9 big folders. This one is patterned after the College of Education folder. Okay. Okay. O niingon si sir nga lacking one folder for laboratories, but it is for wala may laboratories kuno sir agkuan ang education. Okay? Sige. And then this time the ITP will have to share the folder. So it's up to you in anini. It's up to you. For example, for this one, no, community involvement, because you are the ones who know who are the committee or who are the people that would have to place community files in the community involvement. So you right click on community involvement and then click on share. Okay, and then make sure that it is shared with the Silliman University community, meaning only those who will be using their SU email will have access to that particular folder. So if dili pa siya, no, so you just click on that one and then you will just change it to Silliman University. This time, because they will be working on that folder, everything inside that folder, they could edit. So we have to change their status to editor, no? So they could organize, they could add, and they could even edit files. So there. So everyone who will be sent or share the folder could work on the folder, upload, organize, delete, whatever it is. Okay. Then when it's done, no, you do the sharing again. You click on share, and then the you place the email addresses of the people who are to be shared with that particular folder. Okay, so like for example, I will share this one to Sir Dave. Okay, so there. So you could add a message or two, or Wala ra, and then just click on notify people so that they could get an email, no, that they could get an email that it is shared to them. This folder is shared to them. And then click on send. Okay. Now, for those who will be waiting for the folder to be shared to them, okay, so where will you go? So you just click on, aside from that, you could check it in your email. Pwede nyo siyang i-check sa inyong email that you are shared that folder. You could just click on shared with me, no? Nasa sa Google Drive, shared with me, and then you will see that there are actually kaning naay mga folders that are shared with you. Okay, so there. So you could access that one in shared with me folder. Okay, another way of sharing it is for the whole working folder to be shared to everyone in the team. Pwede po siya. So you have two choices. Either you will just share each folder to that particular committee working on that particular responsibility, or you could have, or you could click on the biggest folder, share. Same, no? So you could just and then make sure that it's editor. Okay. And then click on done. Go back, right click, and then share. And then you will type all the emails of the people within your accreditation committee. So again, two ways. Okay. So it's up to you. Okay, so if you are already shared that folder, no, if you are already shared that folder, you will see it in shared with me. You could actually access it na. So for example, this is the one that was shared to me, no? So that was shared to me, and I am assigned in making or uploading the folders for the first big folder. So what I do is, if it's a self-survey or a completed supplementary sets of files, I will just click on that one, click on new, and then you could actually also place a whole folder in there, no, para diretso ra isa ra ka upload, or you could do it one by one. So you have a choice also on how or on what to upload files, individual files, or files within the folder. So pwede po siya, no? So uh you will also have the chance to see nga naa pa di ay lain, no? So for example, you've placed the folder. So I will upload a folder. Okay. I will upload a folder there. Okay. Let's try uploading a folder that's okay, hapit na siya. Okay. Nasa laag siya, no? Wala siya sa designated subfolder. Okay. I will change that one to okay. So, nasa laag siya, wala siya nabutang sa pre-pandemic. So what do you do, no? So there you have an option. Either you just drag it to the pre-pandemic folder, pwede siyang masulod diretso sa pre-pandemic folder. Okay. Or pwede nimo siyang i-move, no? Right click and then move to pre-pandemic folder. So move here. So imo siyang i-move diha. Okay? So again, the easiest way is to just click, hold, and then drag it to the folder, moving the whole set of folders. Ana lang siya. Okay? Questions before we proceed to um, other things?
Ma'am Alfie, Dr.
Yes,
Bonyor
sir.
asked about deletion. Like if a file is accidentally deleted, of course
Mm-mm.
they have original, but I mean a backup. But
Yeah.
maybe the one that they deleted is the most recent update.
Yeah.
Uh,
With that one, kanisha. So it's really important to have backups. I also suggest, no, for it, when we share our folders, no, when we share our folders, um, it's karon kay dili na siya mao, no. Before it's also nga they could not delete, no, they could not delete the folders, no. Ana lang siya. um it's better to have a backup good. Daghan na kayong restrictions si Google Drive karon, no. I actually also just uh, noticed it recently, even with the restrictions, no. So dili nato siya I have tried also having lost an important file. We had to kanang go through the process of emailing the Google admin and asking for them to bring it back. I don't know if that's the case for if it's another set of maybe levels of Google Suite. No, but ours is we really have to be careful, and we will have to go through the process of um asking them to restore it for us. Ana siya.
yes. Another option is if you can see on the left corner of your screen, you will see trash.
Mm. You
Most of
could
the
just get.
time, yeah, most of the time when you accidentally delete or i-delete jud ang file, that is why if you notice there is no delete function there, but it's removed.
Yes,
Can you right click a folder, Ma'am Alfie? Right click a folder. If you will see there is no delete there, but
just
it's
remove.
a remove. So it means it will be removed in the folder, but it will be transferred to the trash. Now the catch now, if you clean because there are some very kuan
Here, sir.
um
I think the default is everything will be deleted after 30 days in the trash.
yes, yes.
Mm.
So the default, that's the one. The default is so just make sure perhaps to set up the okay. It's now changed. Sorry, my
Mm-mm.
kuan. It's now changed. Unlike before that we can set actually
Yes.
we can set the settings to a certain period of time, but this time the trash is within 30 days. Maybe because Google's also found out nga pataka na nag-delete nya dili na mahadlok ba. So it's in your trash but immediately look at the trash kay naara na siya dito.
Mm-mm.
No, but after 30 days it will be gone na. Dili na siya ma-retrieve. The one mentioned by Ma'am Alfie,
Mm-mm.
um, gamay ra kay na siya nga percentage kung nga i-replyan ka sa Google, not unless you are a president in the country emailing
Yeah.
Google retrieving
Yeah.
a file,
Yes.
muhatag na sila. But kung mga file ra sa ato ang accreditation, adi ko tatubag una na.
Yeah.
No, so let us all be careful, especially kung
The empty,
shared
sir.
ang file.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially kung shared ang file or ang folder, daghan naman mong owner daghan naman mong editor ana, no, unlike before the set karon manggod daghan na siyang nga change.
Mm-mm.
Anyone in the group actually kung editor na sila maka-delete pud og file, no. So lisod na siyang although matrace man pud og kinsay naka-delete, but that's the kuan lang, let us be careful. And then kung naay na remove or accidentally delete, look at the trash. Mora na siya. And then read lang og message.
Mm-mm.
Mora na siya kuan tip.
Okay. So, what I was saying earlier is if nasa siya trash and then you empty the trash, di na gyud ta, no? So dili na gyud ta na siya ka-delete. So kanilang siya ang ato ang most of the times kung accidental sa trash na gyud siya mabutang, no? So dili ra kaayo pod siya, di pa pud ta kaayo kuyawan unless we have empty the trash, no? So there. Okay? Other questions? Okay. Wala na? Okay. So, we'll go now to our next what will we do, no? So what needs to be done in here? So let me just upload okay. So for this one, no? For example, this one I will just um, move this one to uh, okay. Okay. Move here. Okay. Okay. So for example, this is a document, no? So this is a document. What do we have, like, I will try to have another one. Good enough, because for files, no? For files, pwede pa siya. Like for example, we could make a copy, no? Pwede patang murag mo copy, no? Ana diha. Okay. So copy, I will just make it. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we will try to have our hyperlinks in here. So I don't know, I know of one big, it's like a table of contents maybe, or the first big PDF where all of, you could actually place like a link or links to all of the folders, pwede na siya. Or you could actually also have within your files, no, within your files, there could be links to other folders, no. I think this will be um kanang, sige, I will just place this one outside. Okay. Okay, so this will be our big file for all the hyperlinks, kintahay, no? So we will open that one. Okay. So for example, no, we have the folders here, and then so these are our 8 big folders, no? So we will have like our 8 big folders in here. Okay. And then we would want to access, we would want to have a link of that file in there, no? So ang atoa pong catch ani. So we have to make sure, no, that what we have already here is the actual file? What is our actual file? Most of the times it's the PDF file, no? So for this one, no? So what we do, um, unfortunately, we could actually before click ratag print, and then we will just click on destination, and then we could save it in Google Drive, no? Pero karon dili na pod. So what we do is we have to download all the files that's needed for PDF. So we have to convert it to PDF. Ingon ana siya. So in here, make sure that file for hyperlink, or the file that needs to be, there's that hyperlink there, is already a PDF file. So dapat PDF file na siya. So how do you do a hyperlink? For example, you would want to access or give them access to the whole folder where that file is. So you will just highlight the text. There's no need to place kay ang uban man good atong ibutang dire, like for example kani siya, and then get link. Okay. Copy link. Ang atong buhaton is ibutang ra nato diretso ang link, which is not good to see aesthetically. Namurag kuan siya, no? Dili siya organized.
Presentable.
Yeah,
Not
that it's not
presentable.
presentable. So what we do is we will just highlight, no? We will just highlight, for example, um, for that one, this is supposedly the text for the first folder, no? So first folder na siya. Okay. So we will just highlight that, okay? Right click and then click on link, no? And then ganiha, what we did was we just click on the file, right click and get link, atong get link, and then okay, copy link and done. So what we do is we paste the link in there and then apply. So wala siya URL nga makita dere. No URL that's very long will be seen in there. Only a set of text that will indicate that there is a link in that particular set of text, no? So there. So pwede na na siyang abre, no? Whenever there's a need for that one to be accessed, then it could be accessed. So there. Other questions for hyperlinking? Another
Mahal.
yes sir.
Normally, the color is blue when it is a hyperlink, or it's also possible that it's black, or I don't know.
So biyang color sir, no? Not
Yeah.
this is the default is usually blue, but it will also depend on your theme, no? Themes nga imong gigamit, but it definitely will have to change color, and it's underlined. You would know. And then when you hover or click on it, you would see that there is really a hyperlink, because you could click on that particular file for a hyperlink. Okay,
Thank you,
so we
ma'am.
will try a hyperlink. This one is a file, no? So we will have a hyperlink to a folder, no? So we
Ma'am
will,
Alpi,
yes sir.
there's a question from Sir Jonathan. Link PDF files are also automatically downloadable. Is there a way of preventing the downloading of all PDF files?
Yeah, kana siya, wala pa na to siya apila diri, but we could have like we could have it protected, no? Protected meaning each PDF or each PDF file will have to be protected, dili siya ma-download, or we could let them just access our whoever it is as viewers lang, no? Meaning they cannot do anything about it. They could just click and then they could just view. They could not download, no? So again, it needs we need to also secure our files in such a way nga dili siya ma-download, and it cannot be and it cannot be kanang naagyoy file ang ubang tao, just so still part of our um um data protection, no? So there.
Uh, Bali, Sir Jonathan, this is the rule of thumb. Anything that is viewable are downloadable.
Mm-mm.
No? Um, although there is a restriction, say for example, you can open the file, you can open the link of the PDF file, but you cannot see the content by adding a password in every file.
Mm-mm.
But that is tedious on the part of the accreditor,
Yes,
putting so many passwords
passwords.
in every link or in every PDF. There is also a way, a protection where you cannot download. But you know, evil are always evil. There is a snipping tool that they can also screenshot the file. So in other words, i-part na lang jud na nato sa atong kuan nga there is always a way that people can download. So it's just a matter of trust na lang, the content or the data that we share is part of the ethical consideration of the accreditors, not to
Yeah,
save it on their file. But na I measure sir, whoever again, naara gihapoy way nga ma screenshot and
screenshot.
ma-convert.
Yeah,
The screenshot, a screenshot, yes, ma-convert to Word file, but that's not perfect. Unlike with a PDF nga gi-download and then open to a Word file that perfectly converted into a text file. Pero kung screenshot, other option nato para naapod sila struggle in copying the file, scanned siya, dili siya PDF. But that's tedious task on our part. So what example for that is natay file. Instead nga from the Word file, i-PDF nato and then upload. Because when people will download it, it's gonna be easy to
convert.
convert it into Word file. The other option para dili na siya ma-convert to Word file, your Word file, i-print na siya, then iscan na siya, itabingi gamay, iscan na siya, and then i-upload na pud nato siya, and then i-link na pud nato siya. Ini-convert ana nila sa Word, di na nila mabasa. That's another option. But as I mentioned, kung mabasa na nila sa ilang monitor, pwede ko nang i-snipe, pwede ko nang kopyaon, pwede po na siyang screenshot. No?
Yeah.
So, inana ang technology. Inana ang technology karon.
But this was actually having it converted to PDF was also mandatory, no? Making use of the Google Drive, yeah, the Google Drive, and having all these folders in there and converting it to PDF as highlighted in the OI flow is actually mandatory. So we are actually trying to have our data protected by converting it to PDF. Pero as Sir Dave has mentioned, they have a lot of ways in order for them to have access to it, no? Not just
Now, if
yeah.
there are copyrighted material and we don't trust our viewers, especially for a laboratory manual, mga strategy is like this. They will not share the entire manual. Instead, prepare a videoing the manual. So that cannot be copied.
Yeah.
Okay? But it can be presented that there is a manual. But again, it's gonna be an added task to us, to the committee. Like, mag-page, mag-ukab-ukab ka sa imong manual, imong videohan, no? And then mo imuhang i-link instead of the laboratory manual itself. Kana. So kung natay options, actually you let us know unsay ato ang mga kuan para we can guide you on what to do, and then we will train you to do it. No, we'll train you to do it para resilient pud ta in terms of the digital tools that we are using.
Okay. Sige. So let's continue with this one. Other questions?
There is a request from Dr. Bonjor po yata to repeat
Uh-uh. Please
the
repeat,
process
Ma'am
that
Alfie, the
This process?
text
Okay.
link to a hyperlink.
Okay. Sige. Okay. So in here, um, Just place it.
Maybe I'll
Mm,
use an actual name of the big folder
okay,
para
sige,
they
sir.
can, or actual file, sorry.
Community involvement and then faculty. So I'll have that one. Okay. And then we have faculty. Faculty curriculum. Sige. Faculty. Okay. Especially for faculty, no? It will have like many daghan siyang files, no, to access, no. So for community involvement, we will just access a file, no, file lang ta siya. So we will just highlight the text. Okay. First is we have to get the link first, to get the link of the file that we need for hyperlinking. So this is the one. So it is actually inside community involvement, no, and then in the subfolder self survey. So this is the file that we need for linking. So what we do is click on the file and then right click and get link. Okay, so get link, no. So there. Then we copy link. So we click on copy link and then we go back to our file where a hyperlink should be made. So we highlight that particular set of text, right click, or we could just click on this one, insert link, no, or right click, and then click on link. Okay, we have already copied the link of the file. So what we do is we just right click and then paste, and then we click on apply. So this means that this particular link is there's a link to the file inside community involvement. So there. How about if there's a need to link it to a folder, especially because sa faculty daghan tang faculty, no. So we and then there are a lot of records per faculty, so we need like many files within a folder for a particular faculty. So what we do, we'll just go back to our working folder, like for example this is faculty, and then we have exhibits. Okay, so we will make a folder, like for example for this one, no, folder um Arcelo. Okay, okay, so we'll just place it during pandemic. Okay, so we will also have like a lot of folders for faculty. So it is also assumed that within one folder there are a lot of um, files for that particular faculty. So once most of the times when they would want to click on a faculty, they would want to see all of the files pertaining to that faculty, no. So dili ta pwedeng tinagsaon ang file, so we will just have a link to the folder. So in here we will just right click and then get link again. Okay, copy. Okay, then click on done. Then we go back to our folder. In here, highlight and then right click, click on link, and then paste the link. Okay, so what's the difference between the two? In here, if we click on this one, we will be directed to a file, no? While if we click on faculty, we will be directed to a folder, no? So pwede na siya. So pwede na siyang folder, pwedeng file. Question? questions? Wala na? Okay. So in here, no, it's important to note that we cannot, especially for the very important files or documents that have the links. It's very important to have them converted to PDF last. Kani sila ang mga last few documents that has to be converted to PDF kay dapat the ones in the links are already PDF in PDF format, especially the files, no, kana siya. Good enough because unlike if it's offline nga, it has to be on the same kanang folder in here because we are, if especially if we are trying to have hyperlinks per file, wherever that file is, no, maora gyud na siya ang hyperlink, iyahang link, no. So it's just really a matter of converting it to PDF. Okay.
Ma'am Al,
Yes, sir.
if we have a PDF file, for example, in the recommendation of PASCO 2015, and we would like to show our proof, can we also have the same process like what you have done?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We could have that one, sir. We could have that one. We could also, like for this one, this is just like a sample kaning murag primary file for hyperlinks. You could actually also place in each folder, no, a file like this where you could place all the hyperlinks, maybe proofs or whatever needs to be presented, no. You could actually place a file like this in all of your subfolders para dili ta mawala. And then of course we'll have to play, or you have to convert this one to PDF later on. Other questions? The thing is, before we leave our training today, hopefully everyone has already made their 8 or their big folders and then shared it to the people involved, no. So as we are talking here now, hopefully there are already agreements in your side of the team to also have already who will be the one in charge of making the whole the sets of folders. And then before we end today, everyone is shared that particular accreditation folder, no. So there. Okay. Sige. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking at. Okay.
Ma'am Alpi, do you have a sample table of files with hyperlinks so that the other programs can appreciate?
Wala pa siya, sir. This one, I was also kuan nga magama gyud, sir, para makakita sila, no.
Sige.
Oo. In here, like for example, I will just place na lang everything, all of the okay. And then
If in the face-to-face accreditation, we have table of contents. In the online world, it's actually called table of files and folders with hyperlinks. So it's a TOF where you can put. So in your table of files also, you can, just like in a table of content, di ba naasad kay sub page, di ba? Say for example, introduction. Then inside introduction, you have statement of the problem, you have objective, you have the scope. You can also do that, meaning a sub title or a subfolder inside a big folder.
Mm-mm.
So it's really up on how you are going to present your table of files to the accreditors. But my suggestion is perhaps we can make one template for this with a agreement also assistance from our Office of Instruction. So what Ma'am Alfie is doing right now, she's trying to present the
Okay.
8 big folders. Folder pa lang na siya. So it means that like what she is typing right now, iyang ibutang ang subfolders in each of the big 8. And then i-link na dayon dito individually. Folder lang na siya. Our suggestion is a folder ang atong ibutang diha. Otherwise, maabot nig pila ka pages kung specific file ang atuang ibutang sa atuang table of folders. No? So folder lang because it is assumed ng in every subfolders there are specific files. All you have to do is to organize indexing and file title is very important also, like the one showed by Ma'am Alfie na ay 01, 02, 03. Why? Because in the online, kung ato na siyang isort, no, sorted na siyang daan and it's easy to organize and it's easy to find the files kung naka-number na siya. Pwede po ka moingon if that is 01 community involvement, your self-survey is gonna be 01-1, 01-2, 01-3. So it's a matter of file organization, no? Si Ma'am Ann of CCS is very good into this naming a file. Di ba, Ma'am Ann? And and you can do that. So in renaming your subfolder also, it should be like that. Kay para inig click nila sa folder on community involvement, more say makita diretso sir 1.1, 1.2, 1.3 naka-organize na siya, naka-sort na siya. The same is true with your specific file, no? Especially the appendices, 'di ba? Ang atong mga exhibits rather. Kung ang exhibit nato is daghan, and then maglibog na ng accreditor asa itong unahon og click ania. So according to appearance in our document. So dapat na kay exhibit, na kay number 1, 2, 3, 4 and then the name. Para it's gonna be easy for the accreditor to locate.
So it will look somewhat like this, no? Kanang ang your table of contents. No, this is like your table of contents, so that everything in here is clickable, meaning it is connected to the folder as prescribed here, no? So there, ana siya. So for example, this one, I will remove the link in here, and then I will just place the links on the subfolders. Pwede po na siya. Okay. What we do is we'll go back to that the accreditation folder, like for this one. So I will just get the link for self-survey. Okay, copy link and then go back and then highlight and then click on the link, paste the link, and then apply. And then you could do that one for all the subfolders as well. Kana siya. So you could also have like katong pre-pandemic, during pandemic, and then if you still have other subfolders to place within that subfolder, you could actually place it here. So that this is like the one-stop shop for them when it comes to the links. No, dili na sila. They won't need to like click on this one. No, they won't need to click on this one and go to each folder. No, you could just have this file, and then all of the links will be in here, and then what they'll do is they will just click on the links and then see the supporting documents that you have. So there.
In fact, kani siya nga file, kaning nasa inyong screen, table of files, pwede niyo siyang i-download na to as PDF, no? And then, pwede ra o kanira ang ato ang i-submit online to them. Dili na nato i-submit ang Google Drive link.
Yes.
Kay automatic na nila if they will click on it, ma-open na dayon na siya sa Google Drive. No? So I'm not sure if that is possible, Ma'am Viola, nga instead nga mohatag ta og
Okay.
Google Drive link, kanira diretso nga to ang ihatag nila because even if email attachment ni siya, kung i-click ni nila, ma-open na dayon ang Google Drive.
I think dili lang nato ihatag ang kuan link. That actually depends upon the program.
Okay.
But for security reasons, we will not provide the link unless they're going to ask for it. Because there's really a period in which the PASCO will start, will examine, all the documents. So that's the time we will give it to them. But it will only be good or valid up to a certain period, and then we will close it. Something like that. I have to listen to
Yeah.
the program heads. What do you think?
Yes, ma'am, that is possible. But in the online accreditation, my assumption is they need to see the file. They need to see the file. That is why um, I clarified nga pwede ra bang as an email attachment ang atong ihatag with the table of files and not necessarily the individual link because it might confuse them with a lot of programs that we offered. I mean we subjected for accreditation and daghan tag links ihatag. So my suggestion is every program will have a table of files with all the links there. Dili na sila mangita pa sa link. All they have to do is to just click on that table of file. Okay, clickable man na siya, ma'am. When you download this in a PDF version and then
Yes.
i-email na siya, clickable na tanan mga link. When the accreditor will say for example click on the self survey, it will be directed to the Google Drive.
Okay, sir, whatever is safe and secure and, fair to us.
Yes, yes. And then anisad maka we can beautify pa our table of files. No, you can add our logo, we can put our and all those stuff para one stop portal lang and then natanan ditong mga links of the file.
Sige,
Ah,
sir.
question ni Sir Herasul here. The accreditor might not be able to see the file if the link is not public unless they also have uh, yes sir, that is why we have to. I think Ma'am Alfie will just share this later pa. Um, gi-demonstrate to man gud ni Ma'am Alfie on the working process, Sir Herasul. Later, i-demonstrate ni Ma'am Alfie unsaon na ni siya nga ma-view from the accreditor's point of view nga dili sila maka-edit. Meaning, tagaan nato sila og restriction as a viewer, not as an editor. Naapata sa the back end, sir, meaning the one who will work and process and upload and organize all the files.
Mm-mm. Yeah. Okay. Sige. So this is actually a very good suggestion, no? Having the table of files so that it won't be too much for them to really access our folders. Only if there really is a need will they have to be given access to the big folders, no? So okay ra ni siya dire if okay ra pud nila. Pero of course, as mentioned earlier, no, they will really have the access or the link to the folder, pero for purposes of checking, mas kuan ni siya, no, this is more organized because they could just click on the links.
The question of Ma'am Gina, can we make the link active only up to a certain period? Maybe i-part ko ni siya sa discussion on the viewing part.
Mm-mm.
The viewing part because we can not necessarily unlink. We can remove the accreditor's right to view. Pwede
Yeah.
man nato na sila i-remove.
Yeah, for example, no, everyone was given, or was part of the working folder, no, na-share ang link nimo, no, you are given access to the folder. You could actually also delete, like for example, sige. So I'll just place also Dr. Mangibin here. Si Wi-Fi. Okay. So there. They are editors, no? Editors sila. So for editors, they could organize, add, and edit files. So for viewers, view lang, pero okay. So kana na lang siya, and then viewers lang, no, viewers. Kintahay, so Dr. Marshall and Dr. Magibin are the PASCO, yeah,
Accreditor.
the accreditors, and then we'll send it to them, no, the link, so they will have access to that one. Pero we could actually remove them. No, we could actually remove them from from accessing our, so we could remove them, no, or we could actually just give temporary access. Okay, so temporary access, so only on those days that they will be accessing or checking on our department, no, so there, we will just be given 30 days, or maybe you would really specify, no, specify the time that they could access it. Pwede siya. Okay. So there. So I hope that also answers Dr. Bonyor's question. They can just be given temporary access to it now. Okay. Okay.
Other best practice also, Ma'am Viola, the accreditors are given special email account, a special email
For
account. The
for the
accreditors, ma'am,
PASCO,
for the
for the
accreditors.
PASCO
Let's say, for example,
documents.
if there are 10 accreditors, we will create temporary email for them. Kay para sigurado we can control who access our file. Kay if ilang manggong email ang gamiton, no? Ilang email ang gamiton, and then what if mo insist sila nga i-editor ko, wala na control kung unsaon nila ang file.
Mas
Ana
maayo
siya.
good na, sir. That's a
Oo.
good idea that
So, meaning if na ay 10, mag-andam tadaan, reusable na siya nga email, ma'am. Meaning, pwede din na siyang gamito nato for all accreditation team who will come to Siliman. So, mo na itong ihatag. Let's say, for example, Accreditor 1 at su.edu.ph, Accreditor 2 at su.edu.ph. So, atong hatagan sila sa password, kita mo create sa password for them para maka-access sila sa ato ang file. And then we have full control, and then we can even monitor sa ilang gibuhat sa ato ang files. But I
so
am not
sir
sure
Dave,
if that is allowed by PASCO.
I think
Or
that would be okay. I think that would be okay for them. In fact, the PASCO people said that we just need to present to them how they could access our file. So that means that they're open to our suggestions.
Mm-mm.
And
Kay if
also,
personal ang ilahang gamiton, ma'am, for example, other schools nila, kana lang ang more of the control. Kay if moingon na sila, give me editors access. So, pwede na po na sila maka-add og anyone. Uy, dali-dali
yeah.
mo og download ani ha. Nya in 1 hour kinahanglan maka-download na mo.
Because
Yung mga ingon ana ba. So, mo na pagkuan pa lang daan tagana nato og account.
okay, sir. So are you saying that if there are like 10 accreditors, we will also create 10 accounts?
Yes.
Okay. Sige, sir. So, Sir Bernie, we might have, we need to request the MIS for this, but we need to determine first as to who will be the accreditors, because for now they haven't
I-
sent
i-
us yet a
we
name.
don't need to determine naman kung who are the accreditors. We can make a generic name like
Okay.
accreditor 1,
One.
accreditor 2, accreditor 3. And then these are the password 1, 2, 3, 4. So by the
Okay.
time there is a list of accreditors now, we can give them the list of password, the list of emails with the corresponding password that they can use.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, Sir Bern. Take note of that, sir, please.
And then that can be reused in
Other
ASCO and some other accreditation because we can, para wala na sila access, sure nga wala na access, we can change the password and we can remove them. Para if ang intention is, dili gyud na to i-public ang ato ang document. It's dapat su.edu.ph ra gyud ang pwedeng maka-access into it.
Wow, Chada Kaina, Sir Dave, because I think that question emerged during the first few sessions that we had on file management, but finally now it's being answered.
address.
Thank you, Sir Dave.
Okay. So the final thing to do here is already converting it to PDF. Unfortunately, we have to download it in order for it to be converted to PDF, but you could always upload it, no? So we just click on file. For example, all of these are already fulfilled, no? Nabutangan na tanan og hyperlinks. So we click on file and then we click on download and then click on PDF. Okay. So it's already placed as a PDF file. So what we do, okay. So what we do is we will just place it here, no? Okay. So this was the okay. Okay. So later on, this could be uploaded in the final na. So we will try to have this one move to the final. Diba? We actually made two folders for accreditation. We have the working folder wherein we could edit, we could update before we change it or convert it to PDF. For all PDF files, we could actually just place it here na. No, so same set of folders, and then we could place it here. So once that's done, no, we could just what we have downloaded, we could place it here. Okay. And then it's already a PDF file which can be clicked by them, and then they could access also that one. So that's the mechanism, no? So that's the mechanism. When they click on the file, or when this file or this, yeah, when this PDF file is sent to them, when they open it and they have and they are using our the account that was given to them by SU. So that means they could access the file when they click on the PDF file. So ana na siya. So there.
What Ma'am Alfie is doing is illustrating actually a document, a Google Docs, and then convert it into a PDF file. That's especially for the table of files. In your, there are some files na to nga we will create it separately detached from Google Docs. That means maggamit ta og Microsoft Word. Diba? Magamit tag Microsoft Word, and then atong usa pa nato i-upload into the folder, no? So kung working file pa siya ang Word document, pwede na siyang idiretso og upload kay pwede na siyang automatic ma-convert as a Google Docs.
Mm-mm.
Automatic na siyang ma-convert as Google Docs. But if we feel nga final na siya kanang Word file nato, i-convert sa gid na siya una into a PDF. Now, why we demonstrate converting all files editable, let's call it editable file into non-editable like a PDF, kay para obviously dili ma-alter ang document, especially for the final viewing na usahay man good maguba is for example ang gigamit nga Chrome or gigamit nga browser sa ato ang accreditor low tech, no? Kay high tech man ang siliman, joke bitaw. So low tech, kung wala na to gi-PDF, pag abot nila, ekesta kay, ngano man ni, wala na nga, nangawala ra di ay ang data, kay nangabungkag ra, no? Kay dili mabasa. Maunang atong i-PDF, kay para permanent ang file, ang document, and then dili na siya mabungkag regardless of the version of the computer or the version of the hardware or the software. So mao na ang intention nga nganong atong i-convert into a PDF file. Pero naay mga questions nga mo pong na-receive. Sir, unsaon na mo pag-edit PDF file pero photo ni siya pero gi-PDF o di na jud nato na ma-edit, no? Kang photo nga gi-PDF kay gibutang kay mura man tog photo dayon gi-screenshot gi-snipping tool then gibutang sa Word document then gusto nilang i-edit ang photo o dili mi magician nga magwapa ang naa sa photo bitaw. Dili na jud na ma-edit, mag-retake na jud ta sa capture sa photo para atong i-edit ang ato ang document. Hinana. I think si Ma'am LV na ay nag-raise a hand, Ma'am LV.
Yes, good morning. This concerns about the earlier suggestion, Sir Dave, katong table of files. That was very good. However, I was looking into the guidelines in the conduct of virtual program accreditation, and they made mention here a virtual accreditation requires digital storage file, preferably the Google Drive.
Yeah.
Yes.
So nasa page 1. So I don't know how this connects with the table of
That's
files.
correct. We are using the table of files is just a portal. What I mean is let's make the lives of our accreditor more easy, more easy, and at the same time more organized and more presentable. Like instead of giving them the list of folders, unya mag-ukay-ukay pa sila niya. Isugay asa guni nga mga file dili mi kakita, no? So instead nga ingon na tagaan na nato sila atong table of files because technically it's really a drive in the folder. It is just that wala na nato sila wala na nato gipakita how we organize it at the back end.
Okay.
So dili ra man ta ana technical, I guess, kay Google Drive man jud atong gigamit.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
Other questions? Yeah.
Sir Dave?
Yes, sir.
Well, it's nice not to have the table of files unless we also give the link below the table of files. I mean, for an options for the accreditors, if they would like to see in one view of all the folders, not necessarily clicking one by one. I don't know. That's just a thought. Thank you.
Yes, that's also possible, sir. That's also possible. Actually, katong gihimo ni Ma'am Alfie, i-show ra gud tog screen, Ma'am Alf.
Okay.
Ibalik tong imuhang table of files. At the bottom, you can indicate like if you wish to access the folders collectively, click here and then i-link nimo out to the entire folder. At the bottom part, butangan na to og kung andid to instruction of
Ano lang, whole folder.
whole folder can be accessed here.
Okay.
Oh, and then
So,
here, i-link ang tibuok folder.
mm-mm. So, final folder.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
Right
get
click,
link.
get link. Balik ka sa imong table of files.
Hindi siya magawas.
Muna to get link. Right click. Link.
Hindi siya, sir. Balik.
Balik. Right click, get link. Working.
Anong delay siya?
Get link lang. Right click, then get link.
Dili siya, sir. Kinahanglan
Ah,
magawas tong sequence.
I-click. I-click ang kan. I-click ang folder.
Or is it my
Click na lang.
PC? Murag ang akong PC. Dili gyud
I-click
siya,
lang
sir.
ang folder. Pwede nimo i-click ang folder and then directly copy it from the URL.
Murag ang
Sige,
akong PC, sir.
Ah,
Tama.
okay, what you can do actually is pwede siyang maklik ang file. Pwede nimo maklik ang entire folder and then go to the URL. Refresh lang kuno alt. Sige, refresh. Sige, and right click and then
There.
get
Okay
link
na, sir.
there.
So,
And
there.
then copy the link.
We should be conscious of this one nga. When we click on get link, no, kinsa sila. So, should they be
Viewer.
viewers only from the Silliman community? Of course, when our accreditors will be given an account, it's a Silliman Google account, no? So they will be part of that Silliman community. And then viewers ba or editor, no? So for them, sir, should it be viewers or editor?
Viewer.
Viewers. Okay, so viewer. And then we click on copy link. And then go back to our instruction here. So we just highlight here and then click on link and then apply. So that means when they click on the link here, they will be able to access the whole set of folders. Yeah. Maybe this afternoon or this afternoon na lang, so that we could have like a generic we could give you or share to you table of contents, but of course without the links, kay lain naman tag links, no? So we will just give you a generic table of files content, table of files file, document file, so that you could edit it. And then I will share to you also the default folder with the 8 big folders in them later on, so that you could make
Ayaw lang
it
para
yourself.
ma-practice sila.
Sige, para ko na ma-practice mo, dili ko, no. Yeah.
Okay naman
pa, ha?
okay naman view, no?
Yeah. Pero
Kay basig
supposedly, no? So,
kay basig pag-abot sa kuan sa another accreditation, so tagay na pud big template bitaw. Nindot ra pud na maka-practice na.
yeah.
And then what we will do is we will QA your files once or before submission to PAASCO. QA in terms of the file organization, not necessarily on the content. We are more concerned on our data sharing, katong mga privacy, and
Yeah.
just to double check.
Salamat, Sir Dave.
So
Thanks
there,
a lot.
dili di tamo tagaan. So
Tagaan,
you have
joke
to.
ra to.
Oh.
Tagaan, pero later na.
Yeah, later na.
Papaktisun sa nato sila.
So at least no karon inani na lang before the day ends, hopefully all 14 programs will be able to share their their working folders to everyone in the team so that you could start uploading by tomorrow. For sure, each committee already has their own files for uploads, pero wala pa man ang murag set folder. So hopefully by tomorrow, file uploads will start from the committees. Okay, so other questions? By the way, I will demonstrate again on how to make or how to convert our files to PDF. So if our um, document is in Google Docs, no? So what we do is we click on File, and then we click Download, no? And then we choose PDF. So that means it will be downloaded as a PDF file, no? So we just do that. Dayon, PDF na gyud na siya. And then what we do is, okay, so what we do if it's already downloaded as a PDF file, and then we need to place it in the final folder. So we will just go to our final folder, not the working folder anymore. We click on it there. Okay, we click it there, and then we just place that file wherever it should be. Like for example, for the table of files, it should be outside of the 8 folders because it's like our table of contents. So what we do is we could just drag and drop, and then it will appear in here right away. And then as I have demonstrated earlier, when we click on that PDF file, we could still see the links, no? See the links. So when we click on the links, it will direct us to the file or to the folder where we have it hyperlinked. So there. Okay.
Ma'am Alfie,
Yes.
at this point, this is premature, but I just like to let the participants know that before converting it into the PDF into a PDF version, they need to have that corrected by their
Yeah.
program head, and then that will be forwarded to us, the OI, because we will see whether all the documents are there.
Yes, ma'am.
We assume, however, that before converting it into a PDF version, the program has already edited everything in that file.
Okay.
Thank you, po.
Okay, there. I'm showing the OI flow for everyone to review again now. So in here, as what Ma'am Yula has mentioned, there's no need for you to convert the files to PDF before having it checked by OI. No, so dili pa na this portion. Where's that portion? Here. So the editing team will have to send it or have it checked by OI. So dili na kinahanglan nga PDF pa. Now we will have it converted to PDF near sa kuan na when it's already final, no? Kung final na siya. So there. So if just to review on the OI flow, OI process of things, we really have to have a new set of teams, no, or a new set of kaning people assigned. So here we have our IT personnel or IT person in order for us to have an organized set of folders. So maybe I will just send it to the IT personnel of each program. Now you could always you could just email me so that I could share it to you. And then um, once the working folder is sent, then these are the things that the committee has to do in order for us to be able to comply with the documents.
Yeah. And then maybe in the portion in the process of OI reviews files, then if ready, return file. We can also do this in real time, meaning in sharing mode, Ma'am Torres. Like you don't need to get the entire file and then return it back because it's very open to confusion of which files are which part are edited or not because you can directly edit it if that is in the editing mode.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Sir Dave. Maybe we can change the wording. You know, this OI process was made not
Mm-mm.
by an IT person. That's why I was asking Ma'am Alfie, Ma'am, tabangin niya niyang
Yes.
wording.
Uh-uh.
So I don't know how to construct that in such
Oh,
a
okay.
way
Para
that
sa like
uh,
like kung ako sad ang dean, gusto sad ko makabalog asang gadapita ang gi-correct rather than receiving the corrected part and then baga man ang document. So better siguro kung naka-editor mode, comments mode ug asang dapita tong gipang edit
yeah.
Okay.
because we can do that in real time meaning. So maybe I'll kuan lang siguro tong there's a process. Once ready for checking, i-add ang accreditation office, i-notify sila nga ready for checking na. And
Okay.
then include them nga they can comment and they can edit.
Mm-mm. So in here, sir, supposedly when it will be shared to the team, they have to also include the team OI. That's why in here, um, they have already access to it, but of course the editing team will have to inform them that it's
Yes,
ready for
editing.
corrections or for checking.
For,
Ana lang.
yes.
But we could
Oh,
change that one in such a way nga this is at this point, this is the only time that it will be shared to the OI team.
and then
Yeah, there,
file organizer lang natong itawag, dili lang IT
Sige
personnel.
go. File
Request
organizer.
mo request niya anig additional IT person kada department. Ako'y kasab-an.
Sige, file organizer. Sige go. Yes. And then yeah, because the
ah,
file organizer, sir, will have to be the one
An
to
IT.
techie, sige go, techie, and then the one to really also facilitate, especially in kanang mga the hyperlinks in the
Yes, yes.
conversion, ana, oo.
And and all the participants here are actually
It,
the
uh,
IPP, or the file
yes,
organizer.
point persons, yeah.
Teka muna, sir. Hindi teki.
Ma'am Biol, na
it's really very important. Yes, sir. It's really important to inform the OI that the files are ready
D4.
for viewing, no, on the part of the OI,
Mhm.
because if that will just be, there and we will not be informed, then how
Correct.
how can we take a look at that? Because
Correct,
we
ma'am.
have
Correct.
so
Yeah.
many
Mm.
things to, to do in relation to that accreditation. Thank you, sir. So by the way, dili pa ni final, so my soul is going to change some wordings
Mm-mm.
and process flow dagway ni, no?
Yeah, process. Oh, flow. Oh, see, sorry, flow
Process
process.
flow.
Okay, process flow.
Okay. So maybe we'll have some kind of a legend also for those who are not in the session today. So what do we mean by PT, by ET,
Yes,
by
sir.
better kaayo ni imong kuan visual diri kay di ko kabaloon sa akong gihimo. I was relying on the smart art ko di man gid kabaloon ni magpadako but wow, wapo na. Kada na.
Okay.
Important.
Okay.
Thank you.
So other questions? Sayo ra day tamahuman bitaw. We will have another session for katong Zoom. Sorry, they have actually also concerns with the Zoom account, especially during the time. We will also have, yeah, on how to have it more than 40 minutes, maybe. Sige. Wala na question?
Ready na sila mo gama sa folder.
Yeah, ready. Bita, ready na sila mugama sa folder. Anyway, if there are no more questions, okay, kindly just place in the chat box for certification purposes. Kindly place in the chat box the name that you would want to appear in your certificate, from which department are you, or from what department are you, and of course, your designation if you are a staff or a faculty. Sige, before we go, kindly do that.
Hi, Ma'am Ann. Hi, Sir Alvin. Hi, Ma'am Christine. Hi, Ma'am Anna May. Long time no see. Hi, Ma'am Annie. Sarah
Ga-roll call
May.
ko, sir.
Yes, ga-roll call si
Oo,
sir. Ga-check
nabasa
og
ko.
attendance.
Sir, ga-check ko kung attendance.
Oo, mag-check kog attendance kay para kanang manawag diri. Kung saan ganito paggamaan ning accreditation file ingnon dayon og mi-attend ka wala.
Yeah.
Wala eh.
Joke.
Okay ra ko, sir. Kana si Ses.
By the way, I am part of the College of Education committee, no? So I am
Ayaw sa
closely
ba Alfie
working.
kay mangulipi ang CCS.
Ha? Dili
Ayaw
sir
sa
kay
akin.
kuan ba ya? Dili sir kay na may daghang kuan IT IT peeps dito. So I am closely working with Ma'am Ana May when it comes to kanang mga folders and file organization. Yeah.
What the soul
At
can
this
do also,
point, no, I'd like to
especially...
thank.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Ano?
Ako lang ikuan gamay ma'am announcement. From the OI also, Seoul office can also do the audit in terms of mga integrity, privacy settings kay para we can ensure that all our files are rightfully protected also. We can do that at the Seoul office. You don't need to add us in the working file. Just like part in the process, Alfie, we will add Inform Soul office for a final review of the Google Drive settings before submission to the accrediting agency.
Sir Dave, I have a concern.
Yes, ma'am.
We have a situation here in which the Office of Student Services will compute all the SSIs for student services coming from the 14 programs. So that would require, para sa ako, no, I'm not IT, getting all the SSI from all the programs, and there are 14 if I'm not wrong. And then they're going to collate, compute, get the average or the mean or whatever. So is that possible given the orientation that you already presented? I mean, is
That
it
is
possible?
yes. That
Is
is
it possible?
possible, ma'am. It's a separate training on Google Sheets. It's
Ah,
like creating Google form where every 14 can input their score. What we can do is create create a Google Sheet. Create a Google Sheet into that. Share that sheets with the share the sheets to the program so that they can input the score. And um, wala na kay buhaton, ma'am. I-formula lang na siya and then input la dayon from the different programs.
Okay, sir. Thank you for letting us know that that would require another training session. Um, that's a good idea nga separate. Otherwise, one day is not enough and it will be confusing also. Information overload.
Mm-mm.
Overload.
So maybe, Ma'am Alfie, we will include that in our another training, more
Yeah.
on the inputting, collating data from
Yes, sir.
different programs.
I think Ma'am Bila also requested that another training will have to be given to the OI team, especially for, I think that it's for evaluation, ma'am, no? For
Oh,
evaluation. Yeah.
we will be coming up with a different organization. Also to Sir Bern, and we're expecting that we will just pull out from any of those files to be able to come up with the OI submission. Kay Sir Bern, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Oo. Kindly explain to them, Sir Bern, nga kanang inang gahimuon nga Google table of files. Not all of those will really be forwarded with the PASCO. We're still going to do some collation or unsa ba, sir? Or
Ma'am,
mao na gid.
mo coordinate ra ko ni Ma'am Alfie, ma'am. Mo coordinate ako Ma'am Alfie regarding anong submission sa ma'am sa
Okay,
paas.
that will be taken up in another session. Thank you, Sir
Yes,
Bern.
ma'am.
Okay. So hopefully everyone has already placed their names, their designation, and from which department they come from. This is a very good way of also sharing what we have done in the College of Education. Also, share it in a way that it would be helpful to everyone. No, um, we haven't really done a lot pa, but we have already started with the uploads of files and so on, and I hope that by the end of the week, no, all other 13 programs will also follow. Baso na apay mas ready pa namo di ay, no? So um it will be a good way to, if you also have other ideas that you'd want to share to the team, you could always tell us so that we could also convey through maybe another session, or maybe through um, another forum, no, with the rest of the other programs. So any
Thank
parting
you.
words na lang, Sir Dave, because I actually invited Sir Dave because he is the one who already has experience when it comes to uh, accreditation, though this is a different one because this is online, but still, no, the process, more or less, what to share, who to share, he is actually the one who knows everything.
Not everything. Kuan lang, let's just work as a team. Soul Office is here to support, but our objective really is to make everyone in the university digitally resilient. So let's just work each other. Daghang salamat sa pag-attend. Ma'am Viola, thank you for this opportunity also.
Sir Dave, salamat kaayo for helping us out. And of course, I'd like to thank the College of Education for leading us and for sharing, the information. Medyo na gid mi I think medyo move na gid forward ang education because si Ma'am Anna May Tanggiling works as intern at the Office of Instruction. So she did some of the spade work. So salamat kaayo College of Education. And of course, salamat Sir Dave. This is really what we need. kaka-stress na ko nga, di ko kabalo aning IT, but you came to the rescue. Sige na, sir. Salamat kayo, Ma'am Alfie, and all of your staff. And everyone, thanks for attending this orientation. It's really a big help